Hey, this is Mike Robinson from Evans Drumheads, HQ Percussion, and Puresound snare wires. Here at the Namm show this year, we've got a couple of new products. Starting with HQ, we have our new bass mute. It's a one-size-fits-all concept. Essentially, we use a crossbar similar to what you'd find on a double pedal, and we attach it to a piece of foam, and it allows us to extend the wings with C-clamps on the end to bass drum sizes 18 all the way up to 26. So now it's a much more versatile style of product, much more appealing for a broader range of drummers depending on the bass drum size. No longer just 22s, it fits a whole range. It also has some nice performance attributes, because if you're playing in a church environment or maybe an acoustic gig, put this on any size bass drum, you're still going to get a little thump out of the drum without it being overwhelming in volume. So in addition to being an exceptional practice product with realistic feel, it also has a nice performance aspect to it. Also, new for the company, D'Addario Company in general, is the latest Puresound acquisition. In late November, D'Addario purchased Puresound Snare Wire Company, or the brand. And we're excited about this. Obviously, with our experience in producing guitar strings and designing guitar strings, our experience in wire and metallurgy is sort of a natural dovetail to take the snare wire products into completely new directions, whether it be different tempers of metals to produce different sounds on drums. So we're exceptionally excited about this brand and where it could possibly lead us within the percussion accessories world. Lastly, new products for Evans include a hybrid drum set version of the hybrid marching snare head. It's made pretty much for heavy hitters. I mean, we've already got it being used by such metal artists as Bobby Jarzambek and Mike Wengren, and Morgan Rose is exceptionally happy with it. The idea is that you have a woven head similar to a marching snare head, but it's made out of two different fibers, one fiber for durability, one fiber for flexibility. So it's not like hitting Formica, and it actually has some dynamic range and some sensitivity to it. We also have a couple of new marching products, such as our MX Black series, not just a cosmetic option to the popular MX White, but also has its own unique sound. In fact, it's got a much more bright sound quality that's going to cut well through a marching ensemble. Actually kind of a missing element in our spectrum of sounds that we had already offered. So not just cosmetic, it actually has a real niche within the sound category. Showing at the show is a product that we launched last June, which is the hybrid marching snare batter. Same concept as the drum set head, obviously made for a marching snare. Allows greater articulation, greater dynamic range, greater sensitivity, much softer feel, but with maintained levels of durability. So you can really get a lot of use out of this head, and it satisfies that mid-range, softer tuning style that's become preferred within the marching idiom. Also new for Evans at this show is the EC resonant head. At Evans, we thought it was about time that somebody brought an innovative design to bottom tom heads. It's sort of the forgotten head. A lot of people don't recognize that, frankly, you even need to change out bottom heads. If you don't hit it with a stick, why should you change it? The reality is that due to constant vibration, that head will eventually lose its tone, the plastic will dry out, it'll start sounding brittle, and it'll significantly diminish the tone of the drum. With the cost of a drum set, I mean, we want to preserve that tone as much as you can. So we came out with this EC resonant head that we think is going to bring a little bit of focus to resonant heads in the market, help people to understand the importance of occasionally changing those out, help people understand that the options that are out there and the effect that they can have on your tone, whether it be creating a warmer tone or creating a rounder, slightly brighter tone that projects, or perhaps creating a more compact, more focused tone, or in the case of the EC resonant, creating a tone that is pitch focused without diminishing sustain. So compared to having a standard bottom head like a G1 clear, which you can hear some of the brightness out of the bottom head, you actually get that brightness out, and it really focuses the focuses the pitch of the drum without really losing any of the sustain. Particularly effective on floor toms. So this is your standard G1 clear on the bottom versus your EC reso on the bottom. So that's it from Evans for the show. Visit our website, evansdrumheads.com, hqpercussion.com, and puresoundpercussion.com. Thanks a lot and have a great show.